out there, the greater world.
Alright, does everybody have an iPhone?
Right here.
Right,
That's the real Rudy.
Put your iPhone up now, go to your app store right now. App store.
And get what?
I get what?
And you're going to get Rudy's Power Thoughts right now.
Oh.
It's going to cost you $1.99.
Oh.
But every day you're going to wake up with a power.
Right.
Is it okay if I push it?
Yeah, go for
You
it.
said I could.
Yeah.
You like that? So every day you can get one of these spots. This is cool, guys. Why is this important? Because I got them from you.
Aww.
These spots came from you. And it comes from people. That's why I said I learned more today than I did. Yesterday's spot was if you miss a goal, don't quit. Just reset it. No, that's today's goal. Yesterday's spot was if you want to succeed, you need to what? Prepare. Remember that word? Preparation. If you miss a goal, don't. I love this stuff. I wake up and say, what's it say today? Knowledge comes from preparation, and preparation comes from struggle. You like that?
Yes.
A lot of us are afraid to struggle. Now, make little goals. Listen to this one. This is a good one. Make little goals to help you get to the big goals. If you try to get the big goal, it's not going to work.
That's right.
It's not going to work. You're going to fail, and you're going to quit. But failing is good if you're trying the little ones, because you learn from it and you reset it. Does that make sense? If you try the big one and you fail, you give up. And you say, oh, that's not for me. I wasn't meant. You were right. I'm going to quit. It makes sense in the world, but anyhow, you like them?
Yeah.
So every day you wake up with that, and that's how you think. Because, you know, every day, I got to tell you, you all know this is true. It's not a perfect day. Every day is a new child. I was speaking at a little middle school a couple days ago. Just for our foundation does a lot of work with schools. And I go in there and these kids are we're having tough times, struggles. A lot of the parents, they don't have parents. They're living with aunt or cousin. And I'm talking to the kids and I said this line to them. They all cheered. Because you never know how kids connect. I said, you guys ever see the movie Rocky? Not many of them did. I said, then I gave them that line. It's not how hard you hit. It's how hard you get hit and get up, and they all cheer. That was a connection, because they're all struggling, getting hit pretty hard right now. And the thing of it is, that little boy came up to me afterward, asked me if I can have a couple minutes of his time. It's a little guy, a little chubby guy, and he says, can I have 5 minutes with you, Rudy? I said, sure, and I'm listening to him. He's telling me about all the struggles. Telling me about how his mother and him were kicked out of his apartment because they couldn't pay the rent. And now they don't know where to live. But they're with their aunt, but his aunt doesn't want him there. So he's struggling with that. I said, oh my God, how do I reach out to that? How do you reach out to that? But this kid's only 11 years old. So I'm sitting at dinner just one night, 2 days after that speech, it keeps bothering me. How do you help this kid? Do you just give him something, or does he earn it? What's the real deal? So I called his principal. Here's what his principal said. He's an angry little guy. He's mad. He has every right to be angry. But if we could show those kids, because he thinks life is unfair right now. So because he's 11, he sees everybody else having it, but he's not having it. If you can teach that negative energy, turn it into positive, and be constructive with it, he can probably do something with it. So here's the decision we made. All right? This is where you contribute, where you help. And this is only up to you. But you'll get something in return for it. Does everybody have $20, for an example, that they could spare? Seriously. And if you don't, that's fine. Okay, here's what I'm saying. This little boy came up to me, and we have a 501c3. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because this happens every day to me. I don't know what to do with this. And now I'm doing something. So I sat with a friend of mine. It's a builder. I'm telling this story. He looked right at me and said, let's go buy the kid a home. I said, buy a home? Are you kidding me? He said, no, we'll go buy one of those homes that are bad and we'll fix it up. We'll rebuild it. That'd be a great thing for the foundation to do. We'll get everybody to support it, everybody to contribute to it, and we'll get that little guy a home. Yeah, wonderful. One idea to one person, and that's what this is about. So my point, you pass this on, you pass this on. Somebody wants to help, but they don't know how to help. That's the whole thing about successful thinkers. You're sitting in here, some of you are really struggling, I guarantee you. I don't know what. but you're struggling with something. You got some goofy thought laid up there somewhere, and your goofy thought's stopping you from being the person you want to be. You got to get rid of the goofy thought. You got to get rid of it. Goofy thoughts stop you from what? Doing great things. For an example, Robert, I don't want to talk, I'm tired. That's a goofy thought, right? Oh, Robert, why am I coming to Sacramento? I have a purpose. My daughter's singing at the Sacramento game tonight. You know, so there's a purpose, but at the same time we want to meet up with Jim and Robert to do something that we always dreamt about. But things come together, it's called timing. See, my whole point is some of your stuff is going to be timing. It's not going to happen right away. When we met this successful thinker, it didn't happen right away. This guy never quit. This is 2 years. 2 years, you know, to come here. First meeting, I think we had 3 people. You know, and then they were supposed to have 530 showed up. Just what you think about what happens. See, it's not about you coming here and making business happen. It's about you having people help your business to happen. They will naturally help you make it because they like you. If you start pushing your business and people don't want to know what you do. Oh, guy's trying to push his business on me. No, that's not why you're here. People are going to come to you and ask you, how can I help you? That's what successful thinkers is about. That's how I see it. You network, get to like each other, people help each other. Just like that builder. He was sitting there saying, why don't we just build a kid a home? I never thought of that. I was trying to figure out, what do we do with this kid? You know, you can't bring him home. You know, him and his mom, there's no way. You know, but you know, it's interesting to see how you could reach out. That's what you can do. Does that make sense? So every little thing you have. I also brought some photographs here today. Carry-off pictures.
For us?
But they have to buy it.
Oh.
For the foundation.
Ah.
You like that?
Yes.
But you don't have to, is my point. But I bring them along just in case I see somebody who wants to help, like that builder. You gotta know how to sell your product, guys.
You're right. Absolutely.
All right, anyhow, go ahead.
This is a community, and these guys are chomping at the bit to ask a question. So, if you ask a question.
I gotta ask you guys, come on, the question you want to ask now, I'm gonna ask you this question. Don't ask me if the movie's true. That tells me you didn't get the message of the movie. The movie was not made for you to say, did this happen, did that happen? The movie was made for you to say, wow, I can do that too.
Yes, sir.
That's where I want your minds to be. Does that help you?
Yes.
Because in life, as you go through life, you meet people and you struggle. You can't tell the whole story. It's impossible. You tell the moment what that person meant. So anyhow, when you make a movie out of your life, which you all have an opportunity to do, by the way, everybody in this room has that opportunity. Because some of you probably struggle more than I ever did. But my point is, you have the courage and character to make your own movie. See, most of my friends never had that character or courage. They would say, that's a dumb idea. No one will see that movie. That's so stupid. And they were probably right, because when I thought about it, it is stupid. Going out to Hollywood saying, make a movie out of my life. I mean, a tackle. What do you think they're going to say? Are you kidding me? I went to Notre Dame. So what? They didn't really know your journey. See, you don't show up and say, here I am. Here's what I did. You got to go through the journey. What does that say? You got to struggle. People connect to struggle. They want to see you struggle in a good way because they want to be inspired. Today is a perfect storm in today's society. Perfect storm. There's more families being, thrown out of their homes, just walking away from their homes. They don't know what to do. But I got to tell you, there's no exception to what happened in 2008. No one. There's no exception. Everybody struggled, including myself and everybody. People were living high, real high. 3 cars, 4 cars, big home. Credit cards, boom, boom, free money. All of a sudden it stopped, didn't it? What happened? What do? You go back to the basics, clean your plate, and you start over again. Do you have the courage to do that?
Yes, sir.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because that's where you're at. And I got to tell you, clean your plate off. Get rid of all the garbage, all the nonsense, all the noise, everything. Just get rid of it. You want that life? Is that the life you want? Or you want the new life? Start right now. That's the magic. Right now, you could start. One thought could change that. One little thought. I was in the airport this morning waiting for Robert and Jim, and there were some Navy guys there in their uniforms, and they're military police. So I go up to them and say, wow, thanks, shipmates, for being great Americans. And they know I was a shipmate because no one calls them a shipmate unless you were a shipmate, right? So they're connecting, we're talking, and one guy's been in 16 years, one guy's been in 20. We don't know who each other is, but we're talking about destroyers and light cruisers and getting seasick, all this stuff, because you have a connection. You have a connection. And my best friend today is a rear admiral. But when I was in the Navy, I was just a seaman. He was a god. He came to one of my speeches years later, that rear admiral, Judge Chief of Staff. He wanted to get to know me. Heck, I wanted to get to know him when I was in the Navy. See what happens? People want to know you because you did something. It's not your status or people get confused on status, I think. So those Navy guys, I said to them, boot camp changed my life. I said, really? Yeah, I was struggling, man. I didn't know where I was going to go. I had no idea. I was so confused when I was in high school. I thought I had to work. That's what my dad did. 3 jobs, my brother. Go to work, come home, go back to work, come home. But I had bigger dreams. Only reason I didn't go after my dream in high school, because I was 3rd in my class in high school. And you know where that was at. To go to Notre Dame, you have to be at the top, right? I was at the bottom. So how could I ever imagine me going to Notre Dame? See how you can turn things around? That's your challenge. Where are you at? At the bottom, so what? Go up. At the top, that's where you fall. When you fall, can you get back up? It's true. It's the journey. So if all you have kind of think, I'm going to give you the answer. No. You already have it. You already know what to do. Everybody in this room knows. Everybody. But do you have the character to make it happen?
Absolutely.
But it takes courage, commitment, just not talk. A lot of people talk. Talk. They talk themselves out of it. They tell people how good they are. And they go home and say, I'm not so good. No, you're right. You didn't do anything. All you do was talk. Why are you talking? Do it. Get out there and do it. That's the difference, I think, with everyone. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You know it's true.
Yep.
You coming here today, you didn't talk, you came here because what? A commitment you had to come. Whether you wanted to see Jim, Robert, or someone else, didn't matter, but you came. Did you get anything out of today?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, you might have got one thing. Because of that one thing, you may take that and use it. That's all I did with Rocky, the movie. You know how many times I watched Rocky?
Bunch.
Over 100 times. How many times you watched Rudy?
Once.
Oh, man, you're in trouble. Dude,
I'm
you
an
are
honest
not
guy.
going to make it. There you go, you'll make it. I'm only kidding. I literally watched Rocky 100 times. I even wrote Stallone a letter telling him, I got another Rocky movie. You know what he said to me? Good luck, dude. You know what my movie poster said? Rocky of the 90s.
Oh, there you go.
You know who I met at the Show West in Las Vegas? Rocky. Stallone. Guess who wanted to meet me? Stallone. See, he met me on my terms.
Excellent.
That's where you should be.
Excellent.
See the difference? You try to meet people on their terms, it never happens. Let them meet you on what? Your terms, because you've done something. Don't get Google-eyed over people. You're just as good.
Yes, sir.
That's when I realized that. I said, dude, why am I looking up to him when I'm just as good?
Right. Yeah.
Look at Kobe Bryant. That's right, I'm not 6'8". You're right. Right? It's true. So why am I trying to be like Kobe Bryant? I can't. But I can be Rudy. Kobe Bryant looks up to Rudy. I want to meet Rudy. Now you meet the great ones because they know you're someone. Does that make sense?
Yes.
People want to meet people that have character and courage and a commitment.